Day 36 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by a new host, Nelly the Rubber Elephant, and we can confirm for you that a penknife doesn't float. Day 37 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by the Crazy Duck, and we can confirm for you that my school bus card floats. Day 38 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today we're joined by Carlton, and we can confirm for you that a volcano does not float. Day 39 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by James Pond, and we can confirm for you that wooden traffic lights float. Day 40 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by Nelly the Elephant, and we can confirm for you that my mini hairspray floats. Day 41 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by the Crazy Duck, and we can confirm for you that a Babybel floats. Day 42 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by James Pond, and we can confirm for you that one of the burnt Yorkshire puddings from yesterday floats. Day 43 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by the Crazy Duck, and we can confirm for you that starbursts float. Day 44 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by James Pond, and we can confirm for you that a not so happy hippo floats. Day 45 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today it's just me, and it's not just day 45, it's also Red Nose Day, and we can confirm for you that my red nose floats. Day 46 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by Carlton, and we can confirm for you that a star-shaped highlighter. Day 47 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today we're joined by my mum, as it's Mother's Day, and we can confirm for you that the chocolate which we got her floats. Day 49 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by the Crazy Duck and James Pond, and we can confirm for you that a mini Diablo does not float. Day 50 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today we're joined by Nelly the Elephant, James Pond, the Crazy Duck and Carlton, and we can confirm for you that scissors do not float. Day 51 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by the Crazy Duck, and we can confirm for you that this bar of soap does not float. Day 52 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by James Pond, and we can confirm for you that Glitterball Alice bands float. Day 53 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by the Crazy Duck, and we can confirm for you that Bean Boozled float, as it's April Fool's Day. Day 54 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by Nelly the Rubber Elephant, and we can confirm for you that a tiny toothpaste does not float. Of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by Carlton, and we can confirm for you that my super cool sunglasses don't float. Day 56 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today it's just me, and I can confirm for you that a Playmobil man floats. Day 57 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by James Pond, and we can confirm for you that a mini bottle of bubbly floats. Day 58 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today it's just me, and I can confirm for you that my Labaguette loyalty card floats. Day 59 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by the Crazy Duck, and we can confirm for you that my head torch does not float. Day 60 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by James Pond, and we can confirm for you that I float when I'm on a boat. Day 63 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by Carlton, and we can confirm for you that the ingredients for instant coffee all float. Day 64 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by James Pond, and we can confirm for you that free stuff from Bournemouth University all floats. Day 65 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by Nelly the Rubber Elephant, and we can confirm for you that my mini guitar amplifier floats. Day 66 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by the Crazy Duck, and we can confirm for you that a tiny cat does not float. Day 67 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today's the anniversary of the Titanic sinking, and I can confirm for you that this picture of a boat sinks. Day 68 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by an Easter bunny, and we can confirm for you that chocolate Easter eggs are a split. Some float, some don't. Day 69 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today it's just me, and I can confirm for you that Yahtzee floats. Day 70 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by the Crazy Duck, and we can confirm for you that a mini does not float. Day 71 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by James Pond, and we can confirm for you that toothpaste does not float. Day 73 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by Carlton, and we can confirm for you that Mr. Potato Head floats. Day 74 of the Floating Snapchat Story. Today I'm joined by the Crazy Duck, and we can confirm for you that Tiny Tic Tacs float.